The Memorial Day events have an effect not only on the lives of bereaved families who lost their beloved in war or in terror, rather also on the lives of those suffering trauma after experiencing the events from up close. Our correspondent Tennis Samuel spoke with the director of the Clinical Center of Natal, the Israel Trauma Center for Victims of Terror and War.
Thousands of victims of terror and war relive the trauma every day. If you're one of them, don't remain alone. Call Natal and we'll help you and your loved ones get on with your lives. Natal, we're here to help.
On Memorial Day, we must not only remember the past, rather also the present and the future, and think of the many victims of war and terror that live among us. Those who have experienced trauma related to terrorism, war, and military service deal with their burden throughout the year. But for them, too, Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, is a significant day of the year.
Of course, in a day like the Memorial Day, which is sometimes it's overwhelming because all of Israel and all the ceremonies make some kind of a process that you look again very deeply inside. They are dealing with the losses and post-trauma through the year. It's not that they don't deal with it through the year, and only one day in the year, in Memorial Day, they are dealing with it. And I think this is very important to realize. But I think that what happened in the Memorial Days is that it's not only them that are braving and dealing with the losses. It's all the Israeli society. And in this sense, the Memorial Day give meaning to our being here in Israel and the understanding of what we are paying to be here. And I think that it also, in the sense of the victims, the Memorial Day is kind of recognition of their suffers and of their losses. And this, in this sense, is something that unites Israel. And this is very important for them and for us as well, for the people that are not suffering.
Natal deals specifically with Israelis suffering trauma related to war or terror. There is a significant difference between such trauma and post-traumatic syndromes relating to different kinds of situations.
The difference will be speaking about the syndrome, because trauma is trauma. The difference will be in the meaning. Suffer due to the Israeli-Arabic conflict is something else. This is not private. It's belong to our us being an Israelis. It's happened because we are living here.
Sarah Uzieli wishes to remind each and every one of us that we have an important role in the treatment of anyone near us who has experienced terror or war from up close.
The helping of others, it's very important, and it's through the year and the life of the people that are suffering, in the sense of being with them, on giving them a room to be able to speak about their emotion, and not to look upon them as different and be afraid of them and this and that. And but this is through the year, and sometimes we can escort them and help them to seeking a treatment. Sometimes we know. There are many people that suffering from PTSD and they don't know about it because they don't have the knowledge. So sometimes when you have the knowledge, you can speak with them about it and help them to see it, and maybe from that point, this point, to seek help. You don't have to push them, but you have to be with them, to be close, that they will not feel alone.
Natal, the Israel Trauma Center for Victims of Terror and War, hopes to have less work in the future. In any case, they define two goals in benefit of the trauma victims.
In many, many ways, to treat people that suffering from PTSD and other things due to the Israeli-Arabic conflict, and the other two, to bring to the public the knowledge about PTSD, and to give the legitimation to speak about it, not to feel shame or guilty to speak about it, and the realization that there are people that need help, and ask them to come and to seek help, because if not, they will suffer. The sufferness will be very high and intensive, and sometimes, and many times in treatment, you can make changes, even though that you cannot take maybe the trauma out, you cannot make them forget the losses. This is not the main thing of treatment. This is not the goal of treatment. You can help them to have better life, or to suffer less, and to make them their life better. This is very important.